Hello, this episode of the Weekend Chart Prep is being brought to you by the Smart Money Manuscript. Hello, my name is Timothy Leroy Sr., and I'm the creator of the Smart Money Manuscript. But Tim, what is the Smart Money Manuscript? The Smart Money Manuscript is your roadmap to financial freedom. Inside this powerful course designed to transform your financial future, I've meticulously condensed over 1,000 of my public YouTube videos into 40 highly efficient lessons that span just 2.5 hours. This course is strategically designed into 4 phases to help guide your learning in the most logical and effective way possible. Phase 1 lays the groundwork, covering essential financial literacy like budgeting, banking, and taxes. In Phase 2, you'll move beyond the basics, learning about brokerage accounts, figuring out how much you need for your own individual retirement. You learn about how to do fundamental research on companies, and you'll also learn how to conduct technical analysis by looking at stock charts. Phase 3 empowers you to build a robust portfolio and leverage your capital using advanced techniques like options and futures, and it also teaches you the importance of backtesting your strategies. Finally, Phase 4 takes a deep dive into the advanced ICT concepts, giving you a professional edge. Each lesson includes a short quiz to help solidify your understanding. By the end of this journey, you'll have the confidence and tools that you need to make intelligent investing decisions, manage your money without fear or ambiguity. So if you want to be a long-term buy and hold investor, if you want to be a swing trader, if you want to be a day trader, if you want to trade stocks, if you want to trade options, if you want to trade futures, the Smart Money Manuscript is for you for $69.99. Yes, $69.99 for all of this here. What's going on? What's going on? What's going? Uh-oh. I need to change my background. I still got my background on there from when I was on there with the teenagers this weekend. Let me change my background and we're gonna get to it. What's going on, man? How y'all doing, man? Y'all talk to me, man. Y'all talk to me. I see y'all over there on YouTube, gang. Ain't nobody from the gang in the disc in the Zoom, man. Gang don't love me no more. I guess that means I gotta shut the gang down. I put out a post in Discord on wrong one. I put out a post on Discord Friday. I said, hey man, y'all want to do a weekend chart prep? I mean, y'all want to do a price action recap? Or y'all good? Ignored me. Only one person gave it a thumbs down and said, we good, Tim. I said, oh man, like that. Y'all just okay. It must be time for me to shut the gang down. That's what y'all telling me. Y'all telling me I can go back to just minding my BAB. y'all know what my BAB is? Who know what my BAB is? Deborah, you know what my BAB is? No, you don't know what my BAB is? I tell you, the first word is black and the last word is business. you feel in the rest. Shout out to homie Mr. Wonderful in the chat. Shout out Deborah. We got RN Deborah today. We ain't got light skinned Deborah today. So we might be able to get some stuff accomplished because we got RN Deborah in here today. We got Kim over there in YouTube land. We got Here to Learn and Share over there. We got somebody with Run the Green name, but then it looked like hey, them glasses with curly hair. Wait a minute. I think Rhonda been abducted, y'all. That don't look like Rhonda on that on that thumbnail. I don't know what's going on with that right there. That ain't the Rhonda Green I know. Listen only mode. Well, get off my live then. Talk about listen only mode. I ain't trying to hear no listen only mode. You changed it again. Okay. We got Marco in the building. We got Valentine. Hola, Valentine. All right. We got Tyreek up in here. What's going on, Tyreek? We got Venus up in here. Rhonda done changed the what's the name again? Hey man, look here. Um, I I was going to take y'all on a journey with me, but y'all know I'll be mad lazy. Y'all know I'll be mad lazy, right? I was gonna take y'all on a journey with me. I heard about a prop firm called Tradeify. It came across my timeline. You know, I seen different people talking about, like, you know, that just talking about it, just having it up, having like the little stuff on there, right? So I said, hey, let me look at them, see what they talking about. Michelle Tucker, what's going on, Michelle? So what I was going to do, I was going to like take y'all on a journey with me, right? From like getting the eval to all of that. But I'm mad lazy, so I didn't do that. So what I did do, matter of fact, Friday, I started recording it Friday, right? So I got 2 funded accounts with them right now, right? Um, and I'm taking you through what it's like to request a payout from them. That's where I started recording it. Right. I started recording that what it's like to request a payout from them because I've never worked with them before. I've never, you know, so I started recording it because one of my accounts got to payout eligibility on Friday. Okay. And then I just went in the process of how you do it. And I'm kind of glad that I did it, right? Because if anybody else might want to try them or whatever, it's a lot different than Apex or My Funded Futures. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own little tweaks to how you have to navigate their site and what are their rules and what are their pay. So, right, and then I'm taking you through, hey, do I like them? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people got beef with Apex, but I like Apex. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got beef for My Funded Futures, but you know, I don't know yet. Venus. In the midst of me saying I'm doing this to let y'all know if I like them or not. Venus, hey, it's good or bad? How they good or bad? I don't know yet. I don't, I don't know yet, Venus. That's the point of me doing doing the video. That's the part of me doing the video. Okay. So I'm gonna let you know if it's good or bad. And like I said in the video, while I was recording the video, right? Uh I don't have an affiliate code. I don't have an affiliate code with them. Um, if I turn out to like them, I'll go see what their affiliate process is like. Like if they're anything like My Funded Futures, like Apex, you can just be an affiliate. You can go in there and get that affiliate code, and then like Apex has reached out to me and was like, hey, I want to be. If this is your personal affiliate assistant, what, and I never reached back out to him, right? So they tried to reach out to me with like to be like I guess so I can get like a personal code, and they might, I don't know, because like Tremaine, they reached out to Tremaine and they gave Tremaine some free accounts. They gave him some accounts to give away to his community, you know what I'm saying? But they reached out to me and I never responded back, you know what I'm saying? Because and the reason why I never responded back because I don't know how those relationships work, and I'm a straight shooter, and I don't cause I know one time Tremaine was talking about somebody had reached out to him, was like, hey, can you take that post down? Because it sounds like you talking kind of bad about us or something, something, something. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't nobody gonna have they hand up my rectum. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a puppet. I'm not a puppet. You ain't gonna be telling me what to say on my channel. You ain't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? No. Nuh-uh. Your little free accounts. I don't need your little free accounts. Gig it gone. Right. So, but my funded futures, you know what I'm saying? When you apply for my funded futures, hey, they rejected me. It was like, no, you can't be an affiliate. I don't know. They don't tell you why. I don't know if my platform ain't big enough. I don't know. I don't know why, but they denied me. And so if I end up liking Tradeify, then I may, you know what I'm saying, apply for affiliate link with them. But what I can say right now, the thing that gives Apex the bump above everybody else, right? Apex, you that like you get 100% of your withdrawals up to like $12,000 per account. You know, so you get 100% of your withdrawals. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else, soon as you start withdrawing, it's like a either 90-10 split or an 80-20 split. And like even Tradeify is a 90-10 split right off the rip, right? So you can't get 100. Now, the one thing that Tradeify does do good, and I talk about this in the video, is you can withdraw your maximum off rip. Even if like, cause with Apex, you can only dig into your cushion by $500, right? So let's just say if you got to get $1,500 to be able to withdraw, right? If you get 1,500, you can only take out 500, right? Even if you just say, okay, you get 1,500 on a 25K account, you make 1,500, but your max you can withdraw is 1,500. So if you get 1,500 or 1,600, you can only take out 500, right? If you get 2,100, right, then you could take out 1,000, right? Then if you get 2,600, then you could take out 1,500, right? But over here at Tradeify, right, you got to have at least 3,000 to be able to withdraw, right? When you get 3,000, you can take 1,500 out, right? Now it's only gonna leave you with like $1,600, about $1,500 in drawdown, because your drawdown is like $2,000 on a 50K account, right? So it's on, if you got 3,000 and you take out 1,500, you only got like 1,500, like, yeah, 1,500 in drawdown, because they leave you with 1,500 and you're, well, 1,400 in drawdown, right? Because your drawdown is 2,000 and it's got to stay above 50,100, right? So you eating into your drawdown, but you can take that whole 1,500 out right at your threshold, right? Your threshold 3,000, you can take that 1,500 out, right? That's the one thing I like about them. You ain't got to make so much above the threshold in order to take the full max out, right? So that's one thing I like about them. Now, how fast they go, like I said, I did it on a Friday night. I'm pretty much telling you what the video is about right now. I did it on a Friday night at like 7 o'clock. It was like 7:30 Friday night when I put in the pay request, right? And then I'm gonna let you know how the rest of it go, how long it take to get into my account, how long it take, yeah. So there it is, and I'll be dropping that video on the channel once it's a pre-recorded video. It's a pre-recorded video. I'll be dropping that on the channel when I get finished with it. Now, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't do this. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., aka Aranya Grande. It's just big spot if you don't hablo español. And you're in tune to another episode of the Weekend Chart Prep. This is the weekend chart prep, and it's being brought to you by the Smart Money Manuscript, right? What is the Smart Money Manuscript? The Smart Money Manuscript is your one-stop shop for everything you need to know about being a trader or investor, right? For $69.99. That's it. Peanuts. First link in the description below. Cop the Smart Money Manuscript. And not only do you get valuable educational content, you get an opportunity to do a monthly Q&A with me live, no pre-recorded webinars, every second Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time inside the live stream channel in the Smart Money Manuscript classroom. You get to participate in the Smart Money Mentorship. When you came on, you saw me, I had the background behind me. It said Smart Money Mentorship. You get to be a part of the Smart Money Mentorship, man. All for $69.99 one time. You don't have to pay a monthly fee. You don't have to do anything outside of that $69.99. Mentorship, that's what helps you get to the next level. Okay? Okay. How y'all weekend going, man? I'm opening up my charts right now. While I'm waiting on my charts to open up, y'all tell me how y'all weekend going, man. Drop it in the chat. Tell me how your weekend going. If you're in listen mode only, I'm about to kick you out the chat. All right, my charts are open. Let me share my screen. All is well. Good. That's good, man. I'm glad y'all having a good weekend, man. Who went to Sunday service today? Who had a good day? Who had a good worship service today? Who went and praised the Lord today? As long as you record. Y'all know what? I'm start doing live only. I ain't saving no videos, nothing. Only video that I'm gonna save on my channel is if it's a video that I pre-record. If I pre-record it, I leave it up. But if it's a live stream, I'm gonna start taking all the live streams off. I'm gonna start taking all the live streams off. Why? Because it's a live stream channel. So let me go full screen for this. It's a live stream channel. So what does that mean? That means you have to be there live to experience it. It's not a, okay, I know Tim gonna go do his thing. I'm just gonna go back and watch it in my convenience. It's a live stream channel, right? And I've been putting in work for how many years we've been doing this gang. I know at least since 2021. Yes, since 2021, because I started doing it with my friends and family in 2021, like around by January, February 2021. Then after I did it with them, I started doing it on Instagram, right? And then Instagram started getting on my nerve, and then I converted over to YouTube, right? And then I started up the gang. It was like January 2022, I think, because I remember it was it was in January when I started it. Because when I dropped the link, it wasn't public yet, and somebody had found it and signed up. Right, somebody in the gang had found it and signed up. So we've been riding a long time, right? And I've always been primarily live stream, right? That's just my thing. I do. I like the personal interaction, right? But I get it. People be busy. So I ain't mad at you. You be busy. I do a lot of live streams. So I don't expect people to be there every single day. But you got to be there because it's live. Live stream. Right? Live stream. I just decided that just now. Just now. I just decided that just now. From this day forward, November 16th, 2025, from this day forward, It will be live. The only videos that will remain on the channel will be pre-recorded videos. And y'all, I rarely do those. I rarely do pre-recorded videos. Order as you at the door? Oh, I rarely do pre-recorded videos. Sorry about that. Let's get to it, man. Weekend chart prep. Did Price did Price do anything that caught you off guard last week? Did Price do anything that make you say, things that make you say, Did Price make you say, last week?
Okay, never mind.
Never mind what?
I was gonna say share your screen, but never mind. You did.
Okay. Appreciate that, Marco. Appreciate that. Marco got my back. Marco wasn't gonna let me start talking and my screen wasn't up. Right. Wait, what happened? Taking videos down. Oh yeah, I just decided that. From this day forward, the only videos that will be available on the channel for rewatch is anything that I pre-record. If I don't pre-record it, then it won't be on the channel to watch. Right? That's the only thing that's going to be on the channel to watch. Pre-recorded videos only, because I'm a live stream channel. I see people saying, don't do us like that. Right? Live stream. Do y'all know? We're going to get to the charts. Right? We're going to get to the charts. Do y'all know what live stream requires? Y'all hold on. Boy, that. Come here for a second. Where your mom at? Come here for a second. But first of all, do y'all mind getting on camera? Okay. What was it? Chris, tell Chris come here, Water. Is Chris playing a game? Y'all hold on for a second. Y'all come here. Come here. Step in here. Y'all see these beautiful people right here? This is what live streaming. Y'all say hey to my family. Say something. Speak.
Hello.
Hola, familia.
Y'all see these people right here?
Hey, y'all.
This right here is what live streaming takes me away from. Right? When I'm live streaming, right, I'm back here sitting at the computer talking with y'all. I love y'all to death. Right? I love y'all to death. But it's taking me away from them. So while you're out spending time with your them, I'm here. Right? I'm here.
Thank you.
Doing this. She said, thank you, Rhonda. Right? And then after you get finished spending time with your them, you come back and you watch the videos that I was neglecting them to do. Right?
Well, so we appreciate y'all for joining.
So that's why I say from this day forward, the only videos that'll be available to rewatch are pre-recorded. If it's a live, no, I'm gonna keep doing the live streaming, but you got to be here for the live streaming.
We appreciate you lending Tim to us.
She said you probably got to get close.
No, that's what somebody said.
Oh, okay.
And I'm saying we appreciate y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Did they hear me?
I don't. Let me see. Could y'all hear her? Say something again. No, say something again, Clint.
I said thank you. We appreciate you guys for joining. I said thank
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna keep it loose.
Yeah, I was just trying to hear the voice.
Okay.
Yeah, they can hear. So, thank you. All right, thank y'all.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Unless y'all want to say something, y'all want to keep saying something, y'all keep talking.
What's up, chat? Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and
Subscribe, hit the notification bell.
hit the bell to get notified every time we drop a bang. Am I floating? Not enough. It ain't green enough.
Somebody said, "Oh yeah, it ain't green enough. If it was greener, you'll be like a floating head and some arms." Hey, look at my son. My son, mad swole. Look at him. Order, come here. Look at my son. He mad swole. He be in the gym faithfully. He done graduated high school. Come here. He done graduated high school. He done graduated high school and everything. He still be in the gym. He still be in it. Look at him. Get flex one time for him, Woody. You about to disappear now.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me put on. Oh, let me put on the. Where's the thing? I know, but I'm trying to find a live. The thing where you live. The little bar. I don't know what the bar is, but that's it right there. That's the live one there. Yeah, cause the other one got a little delay. Yeah, but he mad swole, but he ain't got them guns like me. The big guns, the tummy guns. Y'all see what I deal with? You see what I deal with? He saw some water gun. You know, he told us a water gun. He said I got a water gun. He hit me with the 52 fake out. All right, man. Hey, look here. All jokes aside, I love y'all to death, but it's like I say, live stream, right? Same thing with the pop-ups, right? I be doing the pop-ups. People be like, can you record the pop-up? It's a pop-up. It's a pop-up. You gotta be just like when they do the pop-up shops around town. If you don't get to that shop and buy what you want and they leave, you missed it. It's a pop-up. All right, let's get to it, man. It's so hard to say goodbye. Let's go up to the let's go all the way up to the monthly chart. Let's go up to the monthly chart. There you go. All right, so we at the monthly chart. Why is that weekly showing on the monthly? Get out of here, weekly. Get out. Let me get my Zoom back together. All right. Okay. All right, so on the monthly chart, we're looking at our monthly chart here. Our monthly chart, as we said in the past, our monthly chart is in a strong buy program. Strong, really strong buy program. We've been in the buy program since April, right? I think we looked at it second week of April, right? The market has been going straight up since the second week of April. Okay. Last week, I think last week was the first week. No, we've had see, this is April. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red weeks, right? We had 11 red weeks, no red months, right? Over the past 32 weeks, right? So over the past 32 weeks, we had, right? So over the past 32 weeks, we had, what we said, 11 red weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 red weeks over the past 32 weeks. There's only 52 weeks in a year, right? There's only 52 weeks in a year. And Only 11 red weeks thus far. No red months since April, right? The last red month we had was March, right? So we've had 8 green months in a row, right? 8 green months in a row. And over those 8 green months, right, only 11 of the weeks were red, right? So very, very, very strong buy program. As we see here, we've started out November. November is historically a bullish month for the NASDAQ, right? Historically a bullish month. All right, what does that mean? If it's historically a bullish month, if you're looking for reasons to buy, you want to see price retrace to a discount before offering an opportunity to buy. All right. So we opened up November here and we retraced all the way down into October's discount wick thus far. Right. So far, we've come down to the upper quadrant of October's discount wick. Not only that, but October traded down into August premium wick after September was an expansion candle. So right now on the monthly time frame, we're watching to see if October acts as what, chat? Tell me, what are we seeing if October gonna act as on the monthly time frame? Since it traded down into August's wick, right now on this time frame, we're looking to see if October candle is gonna act as what? Huh?
Allen's price range?
No, not support. Immediate rebalance. Very good. We're looking to see if the October candle is going to act as an immediate rebalance, because August, the September was an expansion candle leaving August. So we had August, then we had an expansion candle in September. So that means we closed September with the possibility of creating a BISI that big. And then October traded down into the August wick. So that's 1, 2, 3 candles that had the possibility of creating a fair value gap, but a third candle retraced back down into that wick. So now we're watching this next candle to see if we come into a discount, then continue up into all-time new highs. And that will let us know that that October candle was an immediate rebalance. Now, couple that with all of the seasonality, with what's going on, right? November is historically a bullish month, right? We're in a buy program. Okay, we open up the month and we trade down to a discount PD rate, right? So right now, everything is lending support to the idea of the buy program is continuing based off of seasonality, based off of what October did, based off of what November is doing right now. Okay, so all signs are pointing to the buy program continuing. Does it have to continue? No, it ain't got to do nothing, but we're watching these signs to see that. That's why we have areas of anticipated support, right? So we've come down to a monthly discount PD rate, right? And right now we're seeing some discount sensitivity based off of a monthly PD rate, right? So now, right now, the only thing the monthly time frame got to go off of right now is this wick, right? We don't have any other imbalances until we get all the way back down here, right? Where we had us a break in market structure. This is the only other imbalance. It's the only fair value gap here. So right now, this is our PD rate that we're watching, right? Why is that? Because when we left this area here, right? All of this right here is a balanced price range, right? When we consolidate here and we're leaving this area, right? We want to see this act as a breakaway gap, right? So now it has acted as a breakaway gap. So now that it's acted as a breakaway gap, now this is our latest expansion right here, because we came away, right, created our gap, hung out here with some slight indecision, but still pierced the high, showing the willingness to want to explore higher, right? So this is our latest expansion right there. So if that's our latest expansion, right? If we come get our magical Fibonacci tool that we got off um Amazon, right? Go right there, right? Where's that wick resting? Right there in the discount of our latest expansion. So that's our discount PD array on the monthly time frame. We opened up the month, we came down to our discount PD array, and we're seeing discount sensitivity right there at the upper quadrant, right? Those are the signatures we look for, those signatures we like to see, right? Do we try to force anything? No, we don't. We just watch the signatures and trade what we see. Okay. Now, monthly, nothing we don't want to change nothing on the monthly, right? Just want to look at it. Weekly time frame, right? So on our weekly time frame, right, we're gonna mark our weekly low and weekly high. That's our last week's low. That's our last week's high right there. We have come down, as we see. We said that this weekly low would be ideal for us to trade down into based off the market maker sell model that we talked about this when price was way up here, right? When price was way up here, we said that we was coming down to complete a market maker sell model on the daily time frame down here somewhere. But we said the ideal spot would be that weekly low right there. Take that weekly sell side liquidity, respect the weekly bullish order block, respect the monthly discount wick, and then move upward. Why? Because that would give us opportunity to retrace in the beginning of the month, sweep liquidity, then expand above and distribute the positions above a new high, right? And that would give us a beautiful power of 3 for the month. Open, accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. That'll give us a beautiful power of 3 for the month of November, and fall in line with the seasonality, fall in line with the Santa Claus rally, because the Santa Claus rally, it typically starts later in November through early December. And then the rest of December usually be kind of trash because it's going into the holidays. And then January typically will be trash. You know what I'm saying? But right now, everything is playing out. Okay. We open up, right? Got relative equal highs, traded down, right? Into a discount. When we came down here, we were sweeping like some daily sell side somewhere around here. And then now we've taken that weekly low, right? We took a weekly low there, respect, jumped up off of it, opened up, came down, swept the weekly low again, right? And this time came in contact with the upper quadrant of that monthly wick, and we are closing again, respecting that weekly bullish order block right there. Okay. Right. So for the weekly time frame, right, and we talked about that last week, was like, hey, we've reached Picasso's house. We are there. We're at Picasso's house, right? And once we got to Picasso's house, what happened? Had a beautiful distribution up under that low, because look at the reaction. We got off of that low. Beautiful distribution under there. Soon as we touched that low, price took back off to the upside. I think we closed Friday like either relatively flat or positive. And we was big red. We was big red when the New York session opened up. And then we closed the day like either relatively flat or positive. We'll look at it when we go down the daily charts. Weekly time frame, don't want to add nothing else. We are closing below consequent encroachment. We've closed below consequent encroachment of this weekly bullish fair value gap twice now, right? We closed below consequent encroachment of this weekly bullish fair value gap twice now, right? So we're paying attention to this. right? We're paying attention to this. What you want to do, right? We're above a monthly wick. We're below a weekly bullish fair value gap, right? We have not created an inversion yet, but we've closed below the consequent encroachment. Is that closure below allowed? Yes. Why is it allowed? Because we had a monthly PD array that's resting below this right here. So this weekly closure below is allowable. Anytime the higher time frame got a reason to come to a discount, the disrespect of the lower time frame PD arrays are allowed. Now, what you want to watch for is as price reacts off of this monthly fair value gap, if the buy program is strong, you want to see the quadrants of this. You want to see these quadrants. We get back above them and use it as support. Use it as support. Use it as support. Use it as support. Use it as support, right? That's how you want to see it work if the buy program is intact, right? Now, this is a weekly fair value gap, right? So we're looking at how it's being respected on weekly basis, right? Like just like here, we closed above the lower quadrant. We closed below consequent encroachment, but above the lower quadrant, right? We came down to the upper quadrant of the monthly PD array. Then we came back and closed above the low. So we're still, the bodies are still inside of this. The bodies are not closing below this saying, hey, I've totally disrespected this. The bodies right now, the bodies are saying, I'm still respecting this. Okay. So then the next week, you're looking at how it closes, right? So if the next week we get a closure above consequent encroachment, right, that's bullish, right? If next week we get a closure and create an inversion, that's kind of bearish, right? Does that mean we're just going to sell off forever? No, right? It could just mean we're going to come down here and sweep that internal liquidity, right? Because we didn't sweep that internal liquidity right there, right? We came down to a discount order block, right? Right? There's a lot of liquidity resting there. Could just mean that we want to come get that liquidity before continuing the bullish move. The market is predisposed to going up, so it's gonna go back up, right? The market is not gonna crash and burn. It's gonna go back up. So when is it gonna go back up? Is it gonna go back up based off this order block, or is it gonna go back up after it manipulates this sell side? We're watching these quadrants to see if they act as resistance on a weekly basis. And we're watching these quadrants to see if they act as support on a monthly basis, right? Monthly PD array, weekly PD array. All right. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. Nothing else want to mark out on the weekly. We'll watch the weekly wick right here. All right. So our weekly discount wick, our weekly premium wick. Okay. It's a lot of wicks, so I'm not going to leave them visible on my chart, but you want to keep these in your mental Rolodex, right? So come here. I'm only going to show this on the monthly. Right. And this right here is a weekly discount wick for 1110. Discount wick week 11 10 25. Copy that, paste it on all these quadrants here. All right, it's gonna be this time frame and lower, current and below, and then we're watching, and then it's the high, the premium wick. Change this to premium. Premium wick. Premium wick. All right. So that's your discount wick, your premium wick. Okay. And the same thing with the premium wick. Same thing with the premium wick as the discount wick. Right. For this buy program that we're in, the higher time frame is in a buy program. We've come back to our discount PD array. Now, when we open up in about 13 minutes, right? You want to see price use this discount wick as support, right? These we want to see it used, you know what I'm saying? This discount wick as support, looking at the quadrants, right? And you want to see it push through the premium, use it as support, use it as support, use it as support, use it as support, right? That's how you watch, because we've come down to a discount, right? We've retraced back down to a discount. So now for the buy program to continue, you're looking for it to start to use everything as support. Breach premium PD arrays, breach bearish PD arrays, use them as support, use them as inversions, right? And use bullish PD arrays as support. Okay. All right. So let me say this right here. This is change the name of this right here. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So why is this not moving? What in the oh my God. Get out of the brush. Okay. Why? Jesus Christ. Why is this not moving?
And when you get a chance, can you just bring up your quadrant settings real quick? Mine's disappeared somehow. Just wanna.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to figure out why they're saying moving. Why is this not moving? Is okay. There it is. Oh my God, that was driving me crazy. All right. You say you want to see the quadrant settings?
Right.
All right. So
I got him. You can take it down. Thank you.
all right. Okay. And for those who don't know what the quadrants are breaking down any PD array into quarters. So when you go into your fib settings, you have 0 and 1. Those are the anchors. That's the high and the low. And then you want to break it down into quarters. So you have 25% or 0.25, 50% or 0.5, then 75% or 0.75. All right. And that breaks down any range into quarters. And then the 25% line, the 50% line, and the 75% line, those are your quadrant levels. right? Your 25%. For me, I always make my 25% my lower quadrant and my 75% my upper quadrant, because it makes sense in my mind that 75% is the upper quadrant. It matters not which percentage you got it on, as long as you understand that the lower quadrant is the low end of the PD array and the upper quadrant is the upper end of the PD array. So for me, I just make all of my PD arrays, the bullish and the bearish, the upper quadrant is 75%. That's what I make it into my mind, right? So that when I'm looking at it, I know, okay, that's the upper quadrant. Okay, if I see 75%, that's the upper quadrant of some PD array. If I see 25%, oh, that's the lower quadrant of some PD array, right? That's it, but it matters not. It's not a magical tool where if I put the 25% at the top, the algorithm gonna think it's upside down, and it no. Don't think that deep into it. You're just breaking it down into quarters, and that price is what's important. It don't matter if you got it set as the 75%, as long as you know 25,322 is that upper quadrant. That's the only thing you got to worry about, right? The algorithm don't care how you got your fib anchored. It's just looking for that price level that's at that specific quadrant level. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead and hide these. Daily time frame, right? Looking at our daily time. What is this right here? Oh, that's a daily wick, right? It's a daily wick there. We got a new daily wick here. I'll go ahead and mark that out. Right, got a new daily wick here. And that's from the 14th. Okay. Daily discount wick from the 14th. All right. Daily discount wick from the 14th. Right there. Yeah. Okay. We got a daily SIBI that we created right there. This is our daily low, our daily high, right there from last week. Okay. Daily low, daily high. Got a new daily discount wick. And we created a new daily SIBI, right? Bearish fair value gap on the day. Is there a space there? The close of that candle is 65 even. The open of this candle is 64, so there's a space there, right? So that's our daily SIBI right there. That's our daily SIBI, and just like any other PD array, right? Just like we talked about the wicks, just same thing with the fair value gaps. You want to see if the buy program is intact, right? We've come down to a weekly PD array. There's a weekly bullish order block, right? We took out weekly sell side. We also swept a daily swing low, right? So we've taken out sell side liquidity, got a nice, see that nice rejection, and it closed positive. Remember I said we either closed positive or slightly flat. We came all the way down here. This at some point in time, this red candle was looking just like this one. Huge red candle. Once we took that liquidity right there at that 40-day look back lower quadrant right there, right? Nice rejection off of it, right? So if this bullishness is to continue, like I say, we want to see it use this daily wick as support, just like that weekly wick, discount wick as support. Then we want to see it push through the daily fair value gap by getting to the quadrants, right? And using them as support, right? Coming up, okay? And we're watching that PD array on a daily time frame, looking to see if we get a daily closure above here. That's consequent encroachment of that right there. Looking to see if we get a daily closure above that throughout this week. All right, this is the daily PD array. We have a daily balanced price range right here. Okay, so we don't want to see a whole lot of resistance in this area here if this buy program is really bullish. I mean, if this buy program is truly intact, right? We got a balanced price range there, right? We got buy side delivery, sell side delivery, consolidation, leaving it. So all of this right here is a balanced price range. So we don't want to see a whole lot of stalling inside here. Okay. We've come down. We see discount sensitivity at the lower wick, right? We want to see that support at the equilibrium. We want to see that support at the upper quadrant. What is this quadrants here? This is our 40-day look back right here. That's the highest, that's the lowest low and the highest high within the past 40 days, right? If we come from here, stand this out, right? 40 days, okay? That's the lowest low and the highest high 40 days back, right? This was originally our 20-day look back, but now, right, we've moved more into the future, right? When we first started watching this, right, we was like right over here somewhere, right? Right around, just say right around here. We're gonna go to like the first trading day in November, right? So from the first trading day in November, right, to where we are now, right, 10 days in the future, right? So we're 10 days in the future. So when we first start looking at this right here, right, this was our, right, we went 20 days back like this right here, 20 days. So see there, this right here, when we first started watching this, this was our lowest low and highest high 20 days back. All right, make this fatter.
That's when they look back. We're looking at what? The highs and the lows?
Highs, lows, PD arrays, looking at everything 20 days back. You're looking for liquidity and inefficiencies 20 days back, 40 days back, 60 days back, right? IPT is looking back in increments, 20 days back for highs and lows and inefficiencies, 40 days back, highs, lows, inefficiencies, 60 days back, highs, lows, inefficiencies, right? That's the look back, right? And then come over here, right? From when we looked at it, then we come 20 days to the future. All right. Come 20 days to the future there. All right. This is our 20-day look back. Look back. And then this is our 20-day look forward. Right, 20-day look forward. All right. So, Tim, what do you talk about? 20-day look back, 20-day look forward, right? So when you come into price action, right? If you just come to price action and you ain't got no clue as to what price been going, you ain't been watching it, you ain't been following it, right? If you look 20 days back, right? Look for it. And we started watching it here, right? This is the beginning of November. So this is when we first started watching it. This day didn't exist looking back, right? So we looked 20 days back. That was our highest high. That was our lowest low, right? And inside that 20-day look back, right, we got these imbalance, these inefficiencies in here, right? We got an inversion fair value gap inside here, right? That's our sell side liquidity. That's our buy side liquidity. We also got, you know what I'm saying, bullish breakers, bullish order blocks. Got a bunch these all the PD arrays that's inside this area right here. 20 days back, right? So when we draw these quadrants, 20 days on this 20-day look back, right? Right? Who knows why are we drawing these quadrants? Are we drawing? Did we anchor this fib to this low and this high just because of this right here? Or did we anchor it for another reason? Why did we anchor this here and put these quadrants on there? Who can tell me? Somebody put it in the chat if you know. If you you can say it in the Zoom if you know. Why do we anchor this here and put quadrants on there? Inside this 20-day look back, we put that high, that low, and then broke it down into quadrants. What's the purpose of those quadrants? What are we looking to do with those quadrants? Or what do we anticipate happening at those quadrants?
We anticipate them as acting as support and resistance. Why we did, I don't know.
Yeah. That's a part of it. We anticipated acting as support and resistance, but use the quadrant to see how price reacts. Yes, we want to see how, yes, all of that. We want to see how price reacts. But when we draw, right? When we draw the quadrants, right? This is what price looks like when we draw the quadrants, right? So this is our 20-day look back, right? And then we also want to look 20 days forward, right? Looking 20 days back to see our liquidity and inefficiencies. And then we look 20 days forward because we anticipate the algorithm to create high probability PD arrays at these quadrants to engage with liquidity and inefficiencies within our dealing range, right? And we're looking 20 days into the future, and we look 20 days back, and then we're looking 20 days into the future for trading opportunities at these quadrants, right? We look 40 days back and 40 days into the future, and we're looking for trading opportunities 40 up to 40 days in the future based off of the liquidity and imbalances 40 days back. All right. So if we're up here in a premium, right? If we're up here in a premium when we first start out, like we are here, okay, what were we targeting, right? We were targeting the sell side, right? We was targeting the sell side. Why were we targeting the sell side? Because we had come up here, right? And we started getting bearish signatures, right? Bearish order flow signatures after, you know what I'm saying, setting this high. We started getting bearish order flow signatures. So we started targeting inefficiencies and sell side liquidity. Okay. And we were looking 20 days in the future for trading opportunities. Okay. As we're coming down. Right now, if we put the meat back on the bone, right? If we look here from right here, when we started, this is when we started watching up into where we are now, 10 days, right? We came down. This 10 days has passed since we first started watching this range, right? And we're looking 20 days forward. So those 10 days have passed and we have come all the way down into a discount, and we've taken liquidity and we've repriced all of the inefficiencies in this 20-day look back window, right? So we have repriced and engaged liquidity. We repriced the imbalances and engaged internal liquidity at a key support level within 20 days. Right now, this 20-day look back that we initially started with, since 10 days have gone by, now this falls within the 40-day look back. Right now it's falling within the 40-day look back, because if we come to where price is right now today, right? We come to where price is right now today. That's that right there, right? And we go 40 days back. All right. And then we come over here and we go 40 days forward. Okay. For in trading days, 40 trading days back and 40 trading days forward. Right now we see that that's the lowest low and that's the highest high 40 days back. Okay. Now looking 40 days back, right? We don't have any fair value gaps below us. We have no bullish fair value gaps below us. Okay. The only thing below us is the sell side liquidity down here. All right. We don't have any fair value gaps here. We got all the imbalances above us. We got a bearish fair value gap there. We got a bearish fair value gap there. Okay. Them the only inefficiencies you got. So all we got is in wicks. We got wicks, right? And we got liquidity. We have no inefficiencies to trade to outside of wicks. All right. So we're in a buy program. So now since it's a buy program and you're in a discount now. So now you will want to see price start to make its way back to engage the liquidity, right? Inside your 40-day look back within the 40-day look forward, right? And you see here now we've come down, we've swept liquidity at the lower quadrant of your 40-day look back, right? We know inside our quadrants, the bulk of our trading ideas is going to fall in between the upper quadrant and the lower quadrant. So inside this square here is where the bulk of your trading ideas are going to come into play, right? And look at how price has been performing, right? When we look over here, right, above that upper quadrant right there, not really much trading opportunities. Below this lower quadrant, not really many trading opportunities. The bulk of the moving is in between those quadrants right there, right? Straight off of what Michael teaches, right? Straight off what he teaches is right there in your face. And we've been talking about this for days and days and weeks and weeks. We've been talking about the same thing over and over, right? The only thing I'm incorporating now is just the look back. We ain't talked about if the look back in a really long time. Brett, ain't nothing changed about it, right? The only thing that I've never done before until recently was put quadrants on the look back, right? But we always talk about the lowest low and the highest high inside the if the look back, right? So now you're in a buy program, you have swept liquidity. Now you're looking for the price to start showing you bullish price action, right? The only thing, if it doesn't start showing you bullish price action, then you know we haven't swept internal liquidity on the monthly time frame yet, right? But what's the key about buy and sell programs? You want to see extreme discount or premium sensitivity. So when we come down to a discount, right, we don't want to see it hit every PDU rate. That sell side, we don't want to see it hit it because we've come to the lower quadrant of the look back. We've come to the upper quadrant of the discount wick on the monthly, right? And we've swept liquidity. We've swept internal liquidity. So now that we got that discount sensitivity, now we want to see price start to use these PD arrays at these quadrant levels, because look here, right? We come down, get sensitivity at the lower quadrant, right? Where is this SIBI at? This SIBI is created right there on that equilibrium, right? If we was bearish, if price was in a sell program, It's created on it. You would want to see it hit that and go back down. It's created right there on that equilibrium. That's not a mistake, right? But since it's bullish, you want to see it get back above it and use it as support, especially since it's in line with the quadrant and it's the first SIBI that's created before we come down here and do something algorithmically sweeping liquidity. And then if price comes back up and give us a change in the state of delivery, now that's a ICT inversion fair value gap, right? We're looking at all these signatures. It's the first PD array. It's the first imbalance created in this drop. It did something algorithmic, swept liquidity at a algorithmic level, lower quadrant of that right there. We're in a buy program, right? We've accomplished, right? Repricing and sweeping liquidity from a 20-day look back within 20 days moving forward. Now for a 40-day look back, right? We're looking to do what? Accomplish. We don't have any efficiency to reprice, but getting back above these inefficiencies, right? We have this SIBI here that's in line with equilibrium right there, right? We come up here, we got this SIBI here that's in line with the upper quadrant right there, right? We got this order block that's touching the upper quadrant right there, right? All these areas here, what we said, we're looking to trade off of all of these areas here, right? Came down here, nice lower time frame setups off of this, because what we said, we swept that liquidity. This gave beautiful lower time frame entries here, rallying back up there off of that lower quadrant, right? We want to see it offer something here off of that equilibrium. We want to see it offer something here off of that upper quadrant and do it within this 40-day look forward, right? 40-day look back, 40-day look forward. Within this time, we're looking forward to accomplish something, right?
Tim,
Just like it was, go ahead.
I didn't interrupt, but what about the gap from that 13th of October? So 12 to 13, or 11, that gap.
You said a gap from the 12th to 13th?
Yeah, the red candle. Yeah, that one right there. Bottom.
From the, you said the 12th. This is the 13th right here.
The new day opening.
From the 10th to the 13th here?
No, from the bottom of that candle. Yeah.
Here?
Yep.
What about it?
Is it possible that the price goes up to that SIBI
Oh,
not more than 50%?
what's up?
You want me to pull out my crystal
I'm
ball?
watching videos.
Because we're also predicting that it's going to go
What's
up
going on?
using that SIBI as a
Yeah, sounds fun.
plan.
Yeah, it do sound fun. Mute for me, Marco. You said we're predicting
Okay.
what?
Did he have everything?
Yeah, he had everything.
Yeah, so we're also kind of predicting that in the 40-day forward that we might use the SIBI as a opportunity to buy off of. But is there a possibility that we could also use that as
Yeah.
a possibility to go down?
We can always use
Oh,
that
wow.
possibility to go down. But what
Wow,
do we
that's
do?
crazy.
You trade. Yeah, that is crazy. Let me see. Let me see. What Marco at? All right. Okay, so but what are we in? We're in a buy program, right? So if the higher time frame is in a buy program, okay, so you lean toward what the higher time frame got going on until you're proven wrong. Okay. And what proves you wrong, right? If you come up here and use this as resistance and come down and take out this low, right? Then that doesn't invalidate the overall buy program, because the overall buy program, right? When we come up here, right, because if you think about it, the monthly the buy program isn't invalidated until we trade down below that low right there for the monthly time frame. Right, the monthly got discount PD arrays. It can come all the way down here into. So the month, we haven't had a pullback on a monthly in forever, right? So the monthly can come all the way down here and still be in a buy program, right? So then when you're looking at the daily time frame, right? When we're looking at the daily time frame, we know the monthly time frame can come all the way down here and still be in a buy program, right? So we're not worried about if the higher time frame is bearish, because we're far from being bearish on the higher time frame. So we're looking for reasons to buy in a discount right now. Okay, so we've come to a discount PD rate that offers a reason to buy, right? And we're still seeing respect for bullish order flow, even in the midst of this sell program on a daily time frame, right? It's okay for the daily to be in a sell program because the monthly and the weekly need to retrace back down to a discount, right? So since the higher time frame is bullish, okay, you're anticipating this to become an inversion. So when do you start looking lower? When this comes here, acts as resistance, and you take out that low. Now you can look lower for what can we reach for that low right there. We're not looking all the way down here. We're just looking for that low right there, but that's after we do this, right? So you always stick with the bias. You stick with the last higher time frame bias until you're proven wrong, right? And sometimes it takes a long time to give you a new short-term bias, right? That's what I was talking about the other day. There's no such thing as absolutes, right? There's no such thing as absolutes. There's no way for me to sit here and say or make you feel better by saying, oh yeah, we are no, we're not anticipating that. We're anticipating it to be an inversion fair value gap. Why? Because it's bullish. That's all we're anticipating. This to become an inversion fair value gap. What are we watching? We're watching to see if it confirms or invalidates our anticipation. When does it invalidate our anticipation? If we trade up into it and then take this low, now our anticipation is invalidated, right? Well, Tim, what if it trades up to it? What if it trades up to it and then comes back down? Okay, it trade up to it and come back down. I don't care. They call that consolidation, right? As long as it don't trade up to it and take out this low, it still has not invalidated that I'm anticipating this to become an inversion, because it hasn't given me any type of invalidation. We're just in here bouncing. If we sit here and bouncing between that wick and that PD array right there, if we just bouncing between all of this right here and keep doing that, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trade from this quadrant to that quadrant, take my profits. If it hit this and start coming back down, I'm trade from this quadrant to that quadrant, take my profit. If it get below that quadrant, trade from that one to that one, take my profit. It start going back up and trade from this one to this one, take my profit, right? Until it trades out. Until we hit this and take out that low, I'm anticipating this to become an inversion because we're in a buy program. Understand?
Yep. Thanks.
All right. So that's the daily, right? Typically that's all I really mark out for my weekend chart prep. Just get the higher time frame PD arrays, and I don't really start looking at intraday stuff until I'm getting ready to trade. So like we said, right now prices in a buy program. We got our discount PD arrays that we're anticipating support from for the daily, right? We also have a weekly down there somewhere. That's weekly premium right there. Wait a minute. Why is that? Why does that say premium? I got them marked backwards. I got them named backwards. All right, premium week, discount week. Okay. All right. So we got a premium wick down there, same place as the daily wick. So got the premium wick turned off right now because I got a lower time frame wick in the same area, right? So anticipating this discount premium wick and daily wick to act as support, right? For intraday stuff, right? If you trade the London or the Asian, right? We got a premium wick on the daily right there. You can watch how price reacts to that. What are we watching? The quadrants. Do we get above the quadrants and use them as support? Above, same thing, right? We're watching that. How does price react once we get to this SIBI? It's a SIBI. So we're if price unless it's extremely bullish, right? You would anticipate some type of reaction off of that to the downside, right? But if price is extremely bullish, you want to see it just peel through it. Why? Because we've offered buy side, offered sell side, and we left up out of that area. As soon as we left out of that area, boom, strong rejection, right? So now all of this right here, you just want to see price just keep on pushing through it because we're seeing discount sensitivity. We saw it here and we saw it here, right? We came down, reject off of it, right? Boot, reject off of it, right? Stop short of that, hit that quadrant, right? What do we know about that upper quadrant and that lower quadrant, right? It can give us a deeper retracement. This lower quadrant sent us back to the upper quadrant, right? This upper quadrant sent us back to the lower quadrant. But when we came back to that lower quadrant, look at the reaction, right? That's a really bullish reaction. Same thing we got here when we came there. So it's like we're seeing a lot of discount sensitivity there, right? That's going in line with the buy program. So now that's why we're anticipating that to become an inversion, but we're watching to see if the algorithm invalidates that. If it doesn't invalidate that, then we continue to look up for our 40-day look forward, right? To go engage that high because we have an inefficiency here and an inefficiency there, right? We got internal liquidity here inside our 40-day. We got internal liquidity there inside our 40-day. And then if we're looking at from where we are now and we look 20 days back, right? So 20 days back, that right there is our lowest low and that's our highest high, right? For our 20-day look back, all right? So if we come here, all right, go 20 days back right now, right? That's our lowest low and that's our highest high 20 days back. Okay, so right now, all right, this is our lower quadrant for 20 days back, equilibrium for 20 days back, then our upper quadrant for 20 days back. All right. And if you look at that, where's that SIBI created? Right on that upper quadrant, right? Where's this BISI and this SIBI created? Right on that equilibrium, right? Then we also have this. We got a mitigation block there. It's right there at that lower quadrant. That's inside that 20 days back, right? At a lower quadrant, we also got this. Right now, we haven't made it an inversion, but if we get back above this right here, that right there will be a reclaimed fair value gap within that 20 days back, right? Because this is right there within that 20 days back. Okay. So you're looking for 20 days back, right? This is the lowest low, right? This is internal liquidity, and that's the highest high, right? So you're looking 20 days forward of how price reacts to all of this stuff here. You want to see this act that support. So you don't want to see that touched. So you got liquidity there, you got liquidity there, right? You got imbalance here, right? That imbalance resting on a quadrant, that imbalance resting on a quadrant, right? That imbalance, the first one before we came and took out liquidity, right? Looking for it to be an inversion. Okay, that's inside your 20-day look back window. Right. All right. That's all I got. Do anybody got anything for me? Remember, starting today, only videos that will be available to go back and rewatch are pre-recorded video. Thanks, Tim. I'm glad I caught this live. I'm glad you caught this live too, Michelle. Because only videos that's available for rewatch are those that are pre-recorded. All right. Oh, I forgot to go see if we got a new day opening gap. Let me go do that right there. Let me go do that right there.
Tiny one.
You said it's a tiny one?
Yeah.
Let me share my screen. All right, let me move. I gotta move these lines here. This is right here. The wick. Oh. Oh my God, that's too slow. All right. So, oh, gotta move this one here too. I just be moving my highs and lows to like the 1 minute candle. I got to have it on the, I don't like it sticking out like that right there. So I got to keep it over there to the 1 minute candle. It drives me crazy when it be like just sticking out into la la land like that. All right, so come over here. Let's look at, oh, that's an old new day opening gap right there from the 14th. That was from Friday. Yeah. Gaps. Let me copy this. My new week opening gap. Copy that. Clone that. It's March 17th. 17th. It's right here. So 6 o'clock. All right, that's bearish. Oh, I copied a new date. Oh my goodness. Am I moving the wrong? I'm moving the wrong. Oh my goodness. I did all that. Hey, y'all tell me I was copying the wrong. I was moving the wrong thing. Y'all ain't tell me nothing. Y'all ain't say, "Oh, Tim, you moving the wrong thing." 147.50. Y'all gonna let me go about my business. Copying the wrong gap. Then I'm trying to figure out why my charts ain't looking right. All right. So that's our tiny little new week opening gap right there. That we got marked out there. Okay. Um, looking at intraday time right here on this 1 minute time frame. This 1 minute like mad low to be looking at price action for right now. But right, we've come down, swept liquidity, right, and traded back above that right there. So just looking at this little fractal of price, right? I want to see us come up and complete this market maker model right there. But depending on what the high time frame got, do it want to come back down into these wicks before going up to complete it? Who knows, right? But looking at where we are now, cause looking at what at overall, right? Right, this right here, looking anticipating this to be the smart money reversal right now, right? Because we've swept liquidity at an anticipatory reactionary point, traded back up, right? And we've broken structure, right? So anticipating this to be the smart money reversal, right? Take us back up, right? That right there, right? Trade back above there, back to that quadrant there, right? Completing that buy model there. Okay, go to a 15-minute time frame. We can see it a little bit clearer, right? Completing that buy model there. Smart money reversal here, right? On a 15-minute here, we've come back down, right? Into the bullish fair value gap right there, right? Okay, into a bullish breaker, into a reclaimed order block right there. All right. Got a reclaimed order block there. Last down close counter before this pop up. We traded down into that reclaimed order block there, pushing back up there. All right, got our V shape there so far, failing to get to the upper quadrant, right? Right above this area here. We'd like to see that be used as support if it's extremely bullish, right? And this right here would, right, give a trading above there will give us our low risk buy, and that'll have us give us our offset accumulation here, accumulate and sweep liquidity, then move up, right? Give us our offset accumulation trading above that, right? Then just watching the quadrants of the weekly fair value gap, the 40-day look back equilibrium, and the quadrants of the SIBI, daily SIBI. See if we get up there and create an inversion fair value gap. All right. 60-minute time frame, same thing. We came down into the 60-minute fair value gap, left the breakaway gap. This is our V shape there. Don't want to see price digging all the way down to that. We've traded down thus far. All right. Since we've opened up, we traded down into the BISI, right? Left the breakaway gap down there, trading back up, trading above that high. Again, will give us our offset accumulation, right? Wanting this to be our smart money reversal. While we're in a buy program, we swept liquidity. We came to a weekly. We took out weekly liquidity at 40-day look back at a monthly support level. The upper quadrant got nice discount sensitivity there, right? Relative equal highs resting right up there. When we went and engineered those highs because we was looking for this low. And I was like, taking these highs to come take this low, bless you, is a little bit too much for my taste, right? So we came up, engineered liquidity at those highs, then dropped down and took out the low. Now we've engineered this liquidity, right? We've taken out sell side. Now we can go back and take that engineered liquidity. Okay. It's looking at it in the sense of the market maker model. You see that what was I saying? I just lost my train of thought. I saw somebody say even the lives in the evening won't be available. Yeah, live stream. It's a live stream.
We got a big day on Thursday, right? Or Wednesday with NVIDIA and the minutes.
Oh, is it earnings season? Is it earnings season?
No, earnings season, it's almost over, I think. But I think NVIDIA.
Oh, NVIDIA getting ready to do earnings?
Yep, on Wednesday. And I think they have the minutes on Wednesday too.
Let's see here.
So
we got
Wednesday's the big day.
I forgot I can't look on
Thursday's
the
big. Wednesday.
I gotta look at Forex because what's name don't let me see it until the Monday. Where's my all right, so okay.
They have a lot of retail too. It looks like Walmart, Target.
Okay, so we got FOMC. Oh, we got the minutes. Yeah, we got the minutes Wednesday. Then we got wait a minute. That's a Thursday. This is wait a minute. This is what is this? Non-farm employment change. What is that like ADP? What is this? Oh, that's just employment. Unemployment. Does it always say that on here? Is this like ADP? It's a average hourly hour non-farm employment change because this is the unemployment. That just don't look familiar the way they got that worded on here. "48 days due to shutdown." Oh, change the number of employed people during the previous month. Oh, so I guess that's what they always call it that non-farm employer on here, like our Thursday unemployment numbers. They always call it that on here.
I don't think so. I agree with you. It looks like the wording is different.
Yeah, maybe it's just something to do with maybe it got something to do with how what's the name words it. I'll look on Econo Day tomorrow and see, but that's what I'm like, what is this? But I was trying to look at it and I was like, is it some kind of ADP? Because it talk about average hourly changes and stuff like that. But I'll look to see what they say. But and then we got PMI on Friday. But y'all know I don't be I don't really be keeping up with like earnings like that for risk because I don't trade like the individual stocks anymore. I don't trade the individual stocks no more, so I don't be like looking at the earnings like that. But let me see here. Can I look at the whole week? What in the okay. I just want to look at like the whole week. Let me see. Earning Whisper. We require cookies. What? All right. Oh, it won't give me the whole week. Westview. Oh yeah, it won't give me the whole week. Okay, November 17th, November 18th, Home Depot. That's the name I know. Home Depot that day. They usually have the big ones toward the top. It's Tuesday. Wednesday, Target on Wednesday. Get some retail stuff. I'm seeing. I saw Home Depot, Lowe's, Target.
Yeah, looks like a lot of retail. Ross for less.
Retail usually be bringing up the end. Nvidia
Yeah,
on Wednesday. Yeah, retail usually be bringing up like I think like the banks or somebody started off in retail bring up the end
correct.
of earnings season or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
All right, Nvidia on Wednesday. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday is going to be a big day.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's a Nvidia is a big boy.
Well, you got 2 o'clock on Wednesday. You have 2 o'clock to
Yeah.
5 minutes, and then
Yeah.
after hours, you're gonna have the NVIDIA earnings.
How has the earnings been hashing out? Have you been following them? Have people been like making or missing what's been like the earnings sentiment so far?
To be honest, I haven't been following.
Okay.
But, stock's been going up and making violent moves up and down.
Okay.
All of them.
Yeah. So we sticking with the bullish sentiment across the board pretty much. I know the Dow was going crazy. The Dow had made like all-time highs. It was like ripping. And I was like, man, come here, Dow, where you going? It was like making all-time highs. So matter of fact, let's look at all three real quick. Uh-oh, hit the wrong thing. All right, so let's look at all three on a daily chart. Let's go to a daily chart for all three, right? Well, let's go to a monthly chart first. Right, so this is a monthly chart for all three. ES in the middle, NQ on the left, ES in the middle, Dow on the right. Right, the Dow had ripped up and made all-time highs last week. Dow went up there, took out that high. Right, ES and the NQ still haven't taken that high. Shout out Michael. He was talking about divergence. He gave a little bit more insight on how he used divergence on, I can't remember if it was a video or a Twitter space, but he was talking about how he put more weight on the divergence between the ES and the NASDAQ. He don't put as much weight as the divergence when it comes to the Dow. And he said the reason behind it is because the Dow is only comprised of 30 stocks, so the moves in the Dow may tend to be a little bit more violent because it's only 30 stocks that's moving this. So and it's price weighted. So if you get a heavily weighted stock, like just say Home Depot, that costs a lot of money, or United Healthcare that's in the Dow, it costs a lot of money. So if they have a bad day or a good day, it's going to really affect, it's going to skew the movement in the Dow more. So he put more emphasis on the divergence between these two, because this is more, this, you got 500 stocks and 100 stocks as opposed to just 30. So when these two diverge, it's more of a tipping of the hand than when this one diverges. Not saying that this one is useless, but if he get bearish divergence between these two, then he leans, he accepts that if that divergence supports his bearish narrative, he looking for between these two instead of between that one, right? So that's just something that you can back test on your own if you look into diverge to see, right, is that something that can help you, where you just really putting more weight on the divergence between the ES and the NQ, right? As far as your trading decisions. Okay, so the Dow has already made all-time new highs, you know, for this quarter going into this season of the year. Looking for the NQ and the ES to follow suit. Right, on the weekly time frame, all three, like the NQ came down to a bullish order block, the ES came down to a bullish order block, the YM came down to a bullish order block and made all-time new highs already. Right, so the YM has already touched the order block and made new all-time highs. Okay, the ES touched the order block, still haven't made the highs. NQ touched the order block, still have not made the highs. So the the Dow has already done its thing, right? Which isn't a surprise, because the Dow, we've been seeing over the last few years where the Dow run off and make all-time highs, then the NQ will make all-time highs after the Dow starts to pull back or consolidate, right? We saw that year after year during the Santa Claus rally, right? The Dow started making all-time highs like in October, and then the NQ didn't start making all-time highs until like November, December sometime. Okay. But everybody's still in a strong buy program, right? Strong buy program. Nothing looking uber bearish on any of them on the weekly time frame. Dow came down to the BISI, respected, made highs, right? NQ and the ES came down to the BISI, but the NQ and the ES, their BISI was sitting up a little bit higher than the Dow, right? The Dow BISI was right here at the break, like that. And then the NQ, right? It's the BISI was a little bit higher. It's at the break, but it was a little bit higher. And the same thing with the ES, right? It's at the break there, right? And the ES didn't go down as far as the NQ did, but all of them, right, closed inside of the fair value gap there on that first pullback there. All right. Daily time frame, right? Looking at our daily time frame, we have bullish divergence between the ES and the NQ. NQ swept the low, ES refused to make a lower low, and Dow refused to make a lower low. So now we got bullish divergence, right? At an anticipatory reactionary point to go in line with everything else that we said on the NQ, right? Said the NQ came down to a certain spot on the monthly, weekly, all of that right there. And now we see we got daily divergence. We got bullish divergence between the ES. So that's another piece of confluence to add into. Is still showing bullish signatures, right? These are all the little things that we pile on top of each other and say, okay, I see this confluence, I see that confluence, I see that confluence, right? To help aid us in our trading decisions. And we trade based off of the higher time frame narrative until proven wrong, right? For the longer time frame. And you can also do the same thing on the intraday time frame, where if it's bullish, you only look for reasons to buy in a discount. You don't have to sell, you know what I'm saying, when it's bullish if you don't want to. You don't have to buy when it's bearish if you don't want to, right? It's all about your trading style, your trading strategy. How do you want to engage with price? With me, I'm just gonna trade what I see, right? I don't just wait for that's intraday. Intraday, I'm gonna trade what I see. Longer term, right? The market is predisposed to go up. So I'm not really the type to play puts, right? I've never been the type to play puts. I typically suck at playing puts. Why? Because longer term, the market is predisposed to go up. So I prefer just to wait for buying opportunities. That's just, you know what I'm saying? I play into my strengths. All right. That's all I got, man. Sorry for holding y'all up forever. It's almost 7 o'clock. That means we done been on here almost 2 hours. Does anyone have anything for me before we get out of here? All right. Whatever I said, that was a good Jim Venus. I'm glad you got it. We at like 85% beat for the whole market. Okay. During earnings season, everybody 85% beat overall. Appreciate that, Rhonda. All right, everybody have a good night. Diamond members, I'll pop in the morning and do a pre-market analysis. I'll pop in the morning, do a pre-market analysis. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see everybody tomorrow at 6 for price action recap. All right.